It is a fine day indeed in Tropico. The sun is shining, the temperatures are very comfortable, and the fires are burning. And of course also high and mighty El Presidente visits, I guess, the fire station right now, or the fires themselves. I have no really idea. As he is walking towards it, hopefully finding the meaning of life and what not. What is he doing, really? He's going to the fire here right now. A leisure trip it is called. Alright, I guess everybody has his hobbies. Now, we actually have a lot of hobbies. We have a lot of things to do right now. And the first one is I would like to check my support ratings here with the factions. And as we can see, holy cow, the capitalists hate us, really. Let's just see, Julia Gomez is the leader. Let's start with some bribing there as well. We can also now go with the edict audience, because we have researched this, and this triggers one demand from each of the 3 factions with the lowest standing values. This makes it possible for us to fulfill the missions for them. So the church demands something right away, build a clinic, easy. The militarists produce weapons. We do this now, very good. And where is the capitalists? Please give me something. We do have a request from the broker, but not the... Oh, there it is. Actually, you look at that. The capitalists would like us to produce shellfish. However, oh my goodness, I do not have that much shellfish production. So first of all, it is of course part of my fishermen here. And allow local consumption. We already have the highest one. And drifting netting, every fisher produces 2 units of fish for every 3 units taken from the fishing grounds, which is much better than the forefather style. Let's also go ahead and have us another fisherman's wharf right away, to be honest. We have the fishing grounds, right? Albeit we don't have the space necessarily for it. Yeah, I will need to build one here. This is really just for that quest to get this going as quickly as possible, as I really, really need to get the fish in, right? So the shellfishes. Do we have anything for the shellfishes? Unfortunately, we don't have a specific production building that would solve the issue here. So right now, I can only hope for the best that we produce enough shellfishes there in the next half year or so. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem with the capitalists. Election is oncoming in 11 months. 70% improving or supporting rating. I'm happy with that, to be honest. That's all I need. And also, my first school is coming along right here in the city center. Hooray! Education for my people. Makes them also a bit more critical. I hope not towards me. And there it is, up and running in all its glory. There's already the first teacher. Let's put 2 teachers, increase the budget for these guys. And that's it really, right? Children are moving in. I think over here, there we have the other school. Already fully working. Alright, we failed. We still had 100 days left. You think the last financial crisis was an accident? Everything in the capitalist world happens by design. We call ourselves the invisible hand, and we are very well connected. We can raise material costs or lower export prices. Doubles all money cost, halves all trade prices, halves the brokered conversion rate, and all effects last for 1 year. Holy cow, that's pretty bad. Does it mean that we only earn half the money now with the export? We still have the cigars going. Oh, there's a boat trade route that we could take. Let's take this one. Yep, this is looking bad. It's all negative now. Damn it. Hopefully we can survive this. We were at 300,000 on the coin. I might actually counter this by reducing the budget for my houses there a bit. This will make people not that happy. We're in election time, but I'm confident that we can win this. Let's just see how much we make out of that now. No, we don't need to rig the election. I'm confident that we can win this. How's it looking? 22,000 only! That was a lot of stuff being exported here. Alright, but it's only a year. A year is fast, right? Actually, we can now sustain 2 lumber mills. Both of them have enough logs in. Very good. So this should lead to more planks and ultimately more boats. And close victory here, 300 Tropicans voted for you, 200 individuals against you. That's fine, it's hard times after all. Just built and the school is already on fire. What happened? Those darn children. Allies demand now also the sabotage. We do have now both sabotage missions up and running. We need to finish one of them if we want to get alliances status and thus advance to the next era. For this, however, I do need something else, and that is, where do we have it? It should be here, the commando garrison. Send commandos on raids to destabilize the Caribbean. It would cost me 16,000 right now because of the penalty that we have, right? So I might actually wait out this year before building this one to save some money. The financial crisis has ended. Oh, that was quick. The year is over and we can now build it for the 8,000, right? And let's just see where we should have it. Close to the presidential palace, most likely. So I would like to have it a bit further over here. And yeah, I think that's as good as a location as any. With that, also my exports looking a bit better again. So we do have cloth. Very good. Let's go with a good... it's only 18%. I don't think we have a better one though. Let's go with a medium one. It's not a very good trade route there. Cheese, coconut, coffee, cotton. Nothing really that we would need here. Tobacco, nope. Rubber. Alright, let's go for some rubber. Not the best trade routes. I would love a weapon export now, or even the boats, as the boats are rolling out. Ah, 84,000 on the export. That's what I like to see. So far also, yeah, Stonehenge is holding up. The trees are not disappearing. They're just reappearing whenever they're chopped down. Another thing I would like to do is, I would like to build me the army base now, so provide the tank squad to fight a military conflict. So whenever there is an attack coming on us, we can now properly defend ourselves. The military stuff, let's have it a bit further outside as always. So yeah, let's have it over there at the end of the city for now, really. And we can also move the fort into this location there. It's a bit further away. I would still like to keep the fort for the infantry squad, right? So we have them here and then a tank squad next to it. There it is also. The garrison is finished, the commando garrison. A pretty cool building if you ask me. And this one is now, well, going on some missions for us. It's like the Pirate Cove, really. Only that the Pirate Cove is not necessary anymore. We can sabotage now. Let's sabotage the Axis and ally with the allies. We're still not producing enough nickels. One mine is not enough. So I will need to open up a second one. A bit further over here. Nickel, there you go. That's the second deposit that we have. And yeah, let's make the connection here. Doesn't need to be that beautiful. By the way, this whole area is also planned, of course. I would love to have a mention district, you know, where the high and mighty live. Something here along the coastline then. And down here, of course, we can make some entertainment, really. Right? Like restaurants and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have enough buildings unlocked for that yet. Army base finished up and running. Only 2 workers really need to be in here. Oh, and we by the way finished also the demand. And 90,000 soon will break 100,000 with just 1 export. Army base, I could upgrade them in the Cold War and engage attack. No, defend buildings. That's way better. Because that's usually some guard post then. And the infantry plus the tank combined will do the job. Oh, hello there. There, the mine is up and running, and look at that. The workers are on their way to it. We don't even need to build houses so close to these buildings anymore, because the workers can use cars. It does cost me a bit. Can we see how much, please? Edicts. 11,000 we pay right now per year on edicts. There's the car thingy also in it. But that's totally fine, right? Holy cow, 77% increase for boats. Let's take the highest volume for this. Even though I do have a boat trade route with the Axis already. We're producing so many boats right now that it's totally fine. And steel is still there. No weapons, unfortunately, yet. But I've seen some cigars. There it is. Oh, we have a cigar trade route already. But it's close to completion. So we can go with this one here too. Now the first sabotage against the axis has also been completed. Very good. That means only 3 more are missing. While this one continues, we have other things to do. We have, first of all, reached $400,000 right now. And this makes one thing possible now. One thing that would have been possible a long time ago, to be honest. But of course, it's needed at some point. Now, that's the power plant. We want to start producing electricity. With that, we will be able to boost quite a few of our factories here that would otherwise not be able to function at a higher efficiency anymore. Especially also for my sawmills here, we could also increase their efficiency further by providing more, providing power. The same goes with my apartment buildings. Getting their living quality up would be amazing. So let's unlock this building here. It is quite dirty, to be honest. So this is going to produce a lot of pollution. I would thus like to have it a bit further away. We can have it right next here to the mountain, to be honest, right? It's a bit hidden then perhaps as well. And it's still central enough to, be able to function fully by the garage, by the docks, stuff like that. With the power plant, we'll need something else, and that is more coal. Right now we only have 1 coal mine. And I think as far as I checked last time, there's one, right? There's the second one. Are we using both of them right now? Yes, we are. All right, we already do. My mistake. Where's the steel mill? Should be full with coal, it is. So we can definitely afford the coal coming in here with, the consumption coming in with the power plant here. Let's increase the job positions there as well. And let's increase the budget on the coal mine too to produce even more of that. This is going to take a while now, for real. It's a pretty big building, so we can focus on other things in the meantime. One of them would be my trade routes. We would have 1 more available. No weapons at the moment still. There must be a weapon trade at some point. There's not, but coffee would be here now. We don't have coffee yet. 21%. Let's go with a medium one for the coffee. And there it is, up and running in all its glory. I might actually consider building a road kind of like here. I would look pretty, really. And the game is really bad when it comes to these corners here, right? I can't fill it. I can't fill it with anything, really. I could build the road like that. That would look even worse, to be honest. Can I squeeze something in here, like a park or something? No, I can't do that. So unfortunately, there's no way of me actually filling this up for the moment. Let's increase the budget. No, that's not really necessary. You also don't really have any upgrades. We just need a few people, really, and that's it. And then we'll start producing some power. There's also the coal in. And with that, we have 180 megawatt of power now being produced in Tropico. We could further boost this one up by increasing the budget, for example, having more workers in it, and further down the road also upgrading, of course, the equipment of it itself. Another thing we need with it is the electrical substation. This makes it possible to expand my electrical grid, because look at that. This is the grid that we're working on right now. And with just 1 substation, we could really get in the whole city. So I would just really like to have 1 substation right here, decreasing the efficiency of this one here of the cotton plantation just a tiny bit, but that is totally fine. And this will then take in the whole city really with 1 of them. Let's build it. There it is. It is now functioning, and it is now extending my power grid through the whole city. That's what I like to see. And with that, what we can do for now is, increasing the quality of living in my houses. So electrification, we can do this for 9 buildings right away for 18 megawatt each. This will lead to a total consumption of 162 megawatt. So all the apartments will now be electrified. And this will have a pretty cool impact on the living conditions. We would still have, by the way, we have 360 megawatt now output thanks to having a fully staffed power plant. So we can also, I guess, go ahead and also upgrade the flop houses with that right away. Ooh, that's 290 megawatt. So I'm not doing it for all the flop houses at the moment. Just some of them, really. All the houses, at least, that's 33 megawatt only. We don't have that many houses. I would definitely also like to do it for my textile mill. They're fully staffed with cotton, so we can really nicely boost the output of my textile mill. And I'm also going to add another job, 2 more job positions to this. With that, we have a total consumption now. Yeah, well, we actually fully consumed almost, right? Surplus is only plus 15 now. I think... Oh yeah, we could still do it with the... my rum distillery there as well. And my cigars probably also... No, that's Cold War. Also, for the first time, we have more than 100,000 dollars being exported at once. 130,000 to be honest. That was quite a bit. Oh, by the way, we're negative on the power output. Let's actually increase the budget. And with that, we have 100 megawatt available again. Of course, we can also always argue, let's give me also 20,000 more because we need it. Axis, thank you very much. And 20,000 from the allies. Thank you very much. With the 100 megawatt that we still have, I would like to build one more building. And that is the the cannery. This processes either pineapples or fish to produce canned goods. And boy, canned goods are exporting nicely. 80 power it will cost me. And yeah, of course we can afford it. And let's just have it also then right here in my industry zone. So we produce cloth, weapons and canned food all in one street. Of course, let's do this. Oh, this was built rather quickly. Did I put on instant build? Doesn't matter. Wasn't that expensive anyway. There you go. Let's put the budget up. We also have something here. The building gets an additional in stock for 3,000 units of meat that could be produced with that. We have meat production up and running. So let's also do this in towards that. With that, we have only 25 more megawatt available from this power plant. And that's it, right? We cannot get that much more out of it. So I will need to build a second power plant if I want to have any further industry or stuff like that. And there's also the goods coming in now. Pineapples it is, of course. And with that, canned goods production has started. Also, we have finished all the sabotage. And we can now set the diplomatic state of allies to alliance. And with that, we have finished the main quest, really. There's only one more, and that is fulfilling the trade routes with the allies, but that is really a small thing. By the way, what happens with the Axis? Oh, we're still good with them. We're still at 100. Though I cannot go with alliance with them anymore, which is fine. By the way, also, hello there. There is a plane stopping by. The first that I've seen so far. As we're now in 1944. So, of course, the World War is ending soon. I think we're right on time. Let's finish some trade routes here. This should be easy. First, let's purchase some more trade licenses. And then I'm just going ahead here with some importing with, yeah, coal, for example, with the allies. Cocoa, we can also go with. That's 2. Some logs. Logs are really cheap. Let's do this, right? So that's 3, 4 trade routes here. And one of them should be finished here. That's the cigars. And then we should actually have finished that. At least one was finished. The others are still working now. The Gars is still there. Oh, yes, we also have it with the Axis. I think we can actually cancel this one. Doesn't matter that much. And we will be able to finish the 4 then easily. There's, by the way, still this demand here, the religious demand for the clinic. I think we should really be doing this. Healthcare is only at 45. So another clinic is definitely something that my people want. And as we can see, yep, they're pretty full. And of course, we have grown quite a bit since the last time I built them. So let's just see where we could add some clinics. There is definitely space here beside those houses. That's one more. And definitely also a bit closer in my main city, where we have lots of people living. Let's actually have it here, right? Because there is lots of buildings around it, and this clinic here is really full. So with that, 2 more clinics should be fine to solve that issue for now. Alright, actually we got 0 vacant jobs at the moment, 22 unemployed, especially uneducated. We still have enough homes though, that's fine. So let's continue with the next few things. The first one is the immigration office. Definitely needed. With that I can regulate my, the immigration that comes to Tropico. Let's build it here in my, I think my government district, right? There is some nice spot available for this. Go ahead and build it. Immigration office. And another very important building that I want to have now is the ministry. And with that we can appoint ministers suggested by political factions. Not only do we improve our relationship with those factions, we also get bonuses out of it. Plus, to be honest, this building looks pretty cool. A nice fancy one. And let's have it here in my government district as well. By the way, there's still these country houses here for the well-off or better. Let's have some more normal houses for the well-off because they definitely want to live somewhere, of course. Probably could have a whole block of it here. Let's move the tavern. There you go. And we can have a nice block of normal houses then, yeah, somewhere here, I guess. With a nice park area in the center. Can we have a longer one? Yes! Some 2,000 canned goods are already waiting for export. Holy cow, they're producing quickly. But what I can also see is that there's no input right now. Though we do produce quite a lot of fish. Pineapples we definitely produce as well. Meat we produce. Can only mean one thing. We don't have enough Teamster officers that are delivering those resources. So let's build another one yet again. Yeah, let's have it right next here to the other one. Quickly build it. Highest budget. And the second shift enabled as well. There's the export. Probably going to be quite a lot again. Also, we finished more trade routes. 3 out of 4. That was the import trade routes. There's still the cigars running. Seems like we don't really export any cigars anymore, even though we produce a lot. So for the next one, we definitely should have it. Coffee, boats, rubber. Please give me some weapons for a change. Weapons would be amazing as they sell just so nicely. There it is. Weapons, 23%. Let's put it up to the highest volume. Perfect. Planks, pineapples. We don't export pineapples anymore, as I need them for myself. There it is too, my immigration office finally completed. And we could change it now to Tropico first, so decreases the immigration rate by 80% on base efficiency. The skilled workers is something that I would usually like to go with. We have 500,000 credits right now, dollars. 17 vacant jobs. A lot of high school unemployment rate right now, so we do need probably more. The ministry is coming up soon. This will then add a few more jobs again. And some broke people here too. That's the ones that can't afford a job right now. They don't have a job right now. So we might actually do something about that. I'm very hesitant to actually stop immigration, to be honest, because it would really stop our massive growth that we have right now. And relying solely on children is not the fastest growth rate. For now, let's actually stop immigration. Tropico first. The ministry is completed. By the way, let's move it a bit further over. There you go. So it's in the center of this block. I think we all agree that this is the best choice here. And then I would just like to have some nice parks around it. It's a pretty big, sophisticated building. And it should also have the look of it, right? And yeah, we can now go ahead and choose our ministers. Department of Education. We can now choose the candidates, so the religious, communist, militarist, and capitalist candidates that we have. Each one of them has some certain bonuses. And I think I'm going with the communists here because increases the student slots in high schools by 2 per teacher is pretty mighty. And it gives me the communist bonus that we have. For the Department of Defense, usually the militarists are the best. Police stations will provide also infantry squads. And I think we are going with that. Department of Economy. And gives me, the capitalist. So increases the efficiency of all buildings on maximum budget by an additional 7%. Really nice, especially since we have lots of industry on the highest budget. For Department of Foreign Affairs, increases the efficiency of rate buildings. Let's go with the broker candidate. Gives me 100 Swiss money per month. That is just really cool overall. And Department of Interior, religious, communists, increases job quality of all buildings by 2. I like that as well. So actually we got 2 communists here. But that's fine. That's okay. With that we increase now our faction standing with those guys here. Even though capitalist once again is very low. Let's bribe her again. And also we now have a few more nice bonuses. So let's just make sure that everything here is on the highest budget. Because this gives me an additional 7% bonus now on top of it. And especially in industry, that's worth quite a bit, to be honest. It also gives me a whopping 50 megawatt more in the power plant, right? Because this is also operating on the highest budget. So far so good, ladies and gents. We have made the foundation with electricity. Onwards to the new era, I should say. Stay tuned.